What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Books to Read, show I've been doing now with Tag Team Thursday. Shout out to the Tag Team Thursday crew. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a reminder, if you guys didn't know, as Tag Team Thursday goes, it did not start here. The party is just wrapping up, if anything, as I close this Thursday evening out. But it started with Just a Rican and his comics over Rod's channel at 6:30. Then from there, jumped over to John's Comics with Kids. Then to Tony, Old Wolf 65. Then we went over to Dan's channel, Comic Chop News. And then we went to Brandon's channel, just wrapped up over on his channel. So if you guys are just catching this replay and you missed all these shows, make sure you go back. I put all the information in the description below. Shout out to all you guys. Brandon, big shout out to you, man. Thoughts and everything going your way. Hope that everything went well with the surgery. So just thinking about you, brother. Let's see who's in the chat real quick, and then I'll get into my – I have 7 books that I'm going to try to squeeze in here because I have to jump off at 8. I got to be somewhere else at 8:15. I'm actually going to be going live over on Instagram at 8:15 with my buddy Desired Comics, aka Nigel, where we're talking about a giveaway that he's kind of set up recently. So he's gonna be doing some giveaway stuff that has to tie into my channel and some of the things that we recently did together. So anyways, 8:15 we'll be live, or I'll be live with Nigel over on Instagram. But let's just get into this stuff. I'll say a quick hello to the chat, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna read some names off. I see Dan in the chat first here. Last stop, that's right. Comic Chop News was just on at 7:15. So make sure you check his stuff out. Just a little podcast. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping in. Gary B in the house. Dude, I love the content you're putting out, man. Glad that we're connected. Keep it going for sure. There's Tony Old Wolf, part of the Tag Team Thursday crew. We also got my man Fable, Station Brother. Let's see. We got PJ King in the house as well. Justin, I think you and John should postpone your Omni X-Men show when Garrett Cole pitches. Oh, man. He had 13 strikeouts on Tuesday night. Yeah, man, it's crazy stuff, man. It's I'm so happy baseball's back, PJ. I really am. That's a good point, though, man. I don't know what I'm going to do when football's back and everything else. Like, crazy right now. But, yeah, good to see that the Yankees are on. And we get to have those games, even if they're just in the background, because that's what I love, just having baseball on at all times. We got Travis in the house, Station Brother. We also got my man Mercy in the house. Whoa, yeah, I was going to say, it is late for you over in Sweden, my friend. So appreciate you in the middle of the night over there. Maybe you had to wake up, take care of the baby. But thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping in. We got Todd Christian hanging out with us all evening for the Tag Team Thursday crew. There's Brandon right there feeling a little woozy. That's all right. Woozy could be okay. I hope you're hanging in there, brother. We got J2, Jay Ramirez. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Doing some great interviews and stuff over on your channel, man. Love the stuff that I'm seeing. Let's see. We got John's Comics with Kids as well. Time for the closer. That's right. Let's see. I think I got everyone at the moment. Oh, and, of course, it just jumped on me. I see John in the house as well. Hello, John, Big Daddy Ross. Thanks for stopping in. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up as well. Really do appreciate that. It does help the channel. So I'm talking about, I have 7 books that I want to talk about quickly because, again, I got to jump off by 8:15. Got to keep it close. So we'll see if we can do that. We got a couple other people. Simple Simon in the house. What's going on, man? Good morning. We also got Panda Awesome in the house. Adrian, what's up, brother? Good to see you. We got Missing Link Station, my friend. All right, so first book, let's jump into it. So I got some digital stuff, and then I have some physical books because, as you might know, I've been going back to the LCS recently, so I am able to pick some books up. Really excited about that. There are still a few books I wait on as I buy certain things from other shops as well. First book I want to talk about, though, is America Chavez. This is the Made in the USA. It's a mini series. I think it's 5 issues long that they're going with. Vasquez is the writer, who I'm not very familiar with, and Gomez is doing the artwork. Kalinda Vasquez and Carlos Gomez. So I have to say, first and foremost, the artwork alone on this is issue number 2, is so stunning, and it just gets better and better and better. I'm loving the story. I'm loving where this is going. I've never read anything about America Chavez before, so I thought this was a cool way to kind of jump into it. And we are learning about her origin of how she met her Earth family, and also just how that ties into her mentality and how she's grown up to become who she is today. And you see and learn a lot of that as she was growing up in an environment that she felt, I don't know if obligated is the word, but she's always wanted to be a hero. She's always wanted to help people. But we learn in this issue here that it's a little bit more of she pays a little less attention to family members and events that tie into her family as she's growing up, because she's always out and about trying to save other people. And when she feels that this is right, what she's doing, her family's trying to communicate with her and that they feel hurt, that she's really distanced herself from the family. And I think some of this stuff is kind of opened her mind to starting to think about some things, at least in these teen years. Now it goes back and forth because there is like the current day stuff, and she has to save her family in the current day stuff. We also get this mysterious character that showed up in the last issue, kind of carries over to this one. We also get a little bit of a new villain from the last issue. So this one right here, it does kick off with her, and I think it's back when she was in high school, or it's 10 years ago. So she's younger, even younger than that, I think. But just dealing with things in middle school and drama and things like that. And yeah, so I highly recommend it. Beautiful, beautiful work. The artwork, I can't get enough of it. So it's a 5-issue set. Highly recommend it. What's going on, Sid Lordley? Spine 6 in the house. And we also got Hood Rat Comics in the house. They're about to go live later tonight, 10 o'clock. Make sure you check them out, Team Nerd Herd. They got a great show, and my man Morbius is going to be over there too. So shout out to you, brother. Dan says enjoying American Chavez. Yeah, I am really enjoying it. So that makes me want to go back. I want to go back and read some other stuff and just get to know her character more, and go from there. What's going on, Kenneth? Good to see you. Latina characters is dope. Hell yeah, I'm with you. All right, next one up that I want to talk about is and we'll keep it digital here because I'll get to the physical ones after. Anybody read this Project Patron? I have to say, this is Steve Orlando, and I know Steve Orlando, he did work on like The Flash and things like that. And Patricia Piazzalunga. I apologize if I just butchered that completely. It's probably a lot more simple than what I just tried to make it be. This is from Aftershock. I picked this up simply because Aftershock has just been killing it with the books that they've been putting out, like Nuclear Blast, Scout's Honor, and there's just so many. So I just kind of blindly picked this up and said it's a new issue #1. It's Aftershock. I'm going to give it a go. And I really liked it. It's really cool. I will say the cover doesn't really, I mean, I guess it's not necessarily needs to or supposed to, but it doesn't really tell you much about like what this really is about. And what this really is about is this is a superhero that was protector of the earth for a long time, right? And there was this evil dude that came at one point, this monster who tried to, destroy the earth. And luckily, the Patron here, he was able to stop this evil monster. The thing is, the battle, and this is all in the beginning. No, this is not like spoilers, but in the very beginning, they show this huge battle, and while he did stop the evil monster put him out pretty badly to where it looked like he was dead, basically. So we find out later that he's still in action. Like, I think it's like 20 years later. And he's still in action. He's saving the world. He's helping people everywhere. And everybody loves, the Patron. And then we find out that, and this is all still in the beginning, we find out that he's actually a robot. He's like fake now. And that it's actually being controlled by the UN government, and that they are keeping the idea of him alive. So it's really interesting. And there's a bunch of people that pilot this, like, the main leader, or I forget his position. He's like a general. He pilots this robot essentially, and has like this helmet on and stuff, and like cruises through and basically does everything and speaks what you would hear this guy speak. So they've been trying to keep the hope alive for what the Patron stood for in the world. So up until now, like, no one knows that the Patron actually died in that big battle that we see in the beginning. And again, not spoilers. You learn all this super early. So really interesting kind of book. And I would say definitely recommend checking it out. I will be buying issue #2 for sure. You mean that this is not about tequila? No, it's not about tequila, unfortunately. Let's see, Pacific Rim, but with Superman. So I never saw Pacific Rim, but I will say sure. Dan, I haven't seen it, but yeah, I mean, Oh yeah, okay, this is the big robot. Yeah, the metal thing. Okay, yeah, I could kind of see that. Matt Woods in the house. What's going on, Matt Woods? Great to see you, my friend. Great interview that you and Gary B had the other day over with Spine Ticks. Really enjoyed that. All right, so that's Project Patron, and look at that, 757. Next book up, I'll just talk briefly. Hollow Heart. If you guys are not reading this, I highly recommend. I love this book. This is the second issue that just came out. It's is it Tyler or, and I always forget. I always get the names Ayler and Tucker, but Paul. Sorry, Paul Ayler, Paul Tucker. Beautiful story. It is not your typical comic book, but we learn a lot more of what's going on with Elle, who is this once human but now mostly robot who has been trapped in this place that we don't really know about. We learn a little bit about it here. And Mateo, who is this engineer who works on Elle to repair him, kind of wants to help him out and break him out of this location that he's being held at. So I don't know. I did a whole show with this on the first issue with Sparks Comics like a couple weeks ago, actually. So really, really good. I know I've talked to John about it plenty of times. I did enjoy it. Let's see what John says here. I enjoyed Hollow Heart too. This is a very original and creative book. Yeah, I think you're spot on with that description. And I won't go too much more into detail, but I do recommend checking it out. It's by Vault. So yeah, they're doing some good things there too. Next book I want to talk about is Silver Coin. Who here is reading Silver Coin? I know a lot of people on the Tag Team Thursday train here tonight talked or mentioned Silver Coin in one way or another. I read it last night, and this was just such a great read. I really enjoyed it. I love the horror indie stuff in general. Has just been, I'm just becoming more and more of a fan of that genre in general. And so this really hit the spot for me. It is Chip Zdarsky along with several other team members that are part of this. Michael Walsh doing a lot of the colors and stuff like that. And from what I heard, there's going to be multiple different stories from this. So this particular one was about a band who essentially discovers this little silver coin while they're moving some of their dad's or grandpa's like stuff out of the house or whatever. And this coin is like, it's like possessed, or it has like this power essentially that he ends up using. The main guitarist, I think his name's Ryan, and this takes place in 1978, and he's like jamming out to or using this coin as his like pick. And the problem is like the disco era was like really the thing taking over at that time. So anyways, it's kind of like a sell your soul to the devil kind of vibes that I get from this overall. I do recommend it. It's very dark, and I really enjoyed it. So I'll leave it at that. Sith Lord Lee just mentioned saying we'll be reading Silver Coin tonight as well. That's awesome, man. Enjoy it. Definitely looking forward to more. Chip Zdarsky is the man. He's one of my favorite writers right now. So very good stuff. I think that's it for the digital, and then I have a couple of physical books that I can show off here because I was able to go to my LCS for a little bit and pick some things up. So let me show those real quick. And again, remember, 8:15, literally 15 minutes. I'm going to be live over on Instagram with Desired Comics. So if you guys get a chance, swing over there for a little bit. We're only going to be live for like 15 minutes, but he is doing a giveaway. So if you want to try to win something, maybe that's the opportunity to win something. Let's talk a little bit about the Swamp Thing. Ram V, yes, and yes. This is issue number 2. I love everything about this thing. Talking about like the horror indie stuff. This is DC, not indie, but the horror vibes from this, the dark vibes that I get is so great. It's and this is a 10. It's 2 out of 10, so it's 10 issue set, 10 issue series, which is really cool. If you guys are wondering, do you need to know about Swamp Thing in the previous stuff? You don't. You can jump into this, starting with the first issue with Ram V. It is actually a different Swamp Thing altogether, and I do have a little bit more knowledge about Swamp Thing in general because I recently read some saga of the Swamp Thing and joined Dan Comic Shop News on his channel to discuss that along with John and a few other people here in the community. So that was a lot of fun. But so that also was kind of nice to back this up and just like wanting to get into things. And I'm not 100. I read this late last night. I loved it. I do have some questions. And John, maybe you can mention this in the chat without spoiling things, but are there hints? Did I get that right that there are hints, or Dan, is there hints to some of the Swamp Thing stuff that we talked about? Because I thought that there were, and I have to go back and look at some of those panels. But again, without any too heavy spoilers, I'm curious if I'm like thinking like, oh, good thing I kind of read Saga of the Swamp Thing, Alan Moore, because I feel like there were some small glimpses of things that that this hinted, or I could be completely wrong, and you guys can just let me know that too. And then I got the cover B also for issue number 2. So beautiful, beautiful stuff there. I'm gonna keep going with that. Next one up is Geiger. I know, again, a few of the team members of Tag Team Thursday talked about this already. I loved this book. It is this futuristic world where the world is radioactive. You essentially can't go out without a mask of some sort. The way this thing started was this guy was trying to save his family during the beginning of what was a nuclear war, essentially, and he tries to get his family safe in this underground bunker that he built. And right as he was trying to get into the bunker as well, he gets shot in the leg by neighbors who knew him, and they're like, sorry neighbor, like, it's every man for himself kind of thing. And so people, like, the world is just freaking out. So unfortunately he tells his family, like, close the door, lock it up, which unfortunately keeps him out of it as well. So that all takes place like in the past. There's like a flashback in the beginning, and then it jumps forward 20 years later where he's on his own. And the interesting thing about this guy Geiger is he doesn't need a mask. So you learn a little bit more about that. He is still struggling, missing his family, is not with his family. He does have a dog. So if you like dogs, nice little connection there with the dog. But yeah, some really cool, badass stuff that goes on here in this futuristic book that I will definitely be buying more of. Jeff Johns is the writer, Gary Frank doing the artwork. Let's see. Yeah, Geiger was amazing. Simple Simon says might have to try and pick it up. Yeah, Simple Simon, man, I would give it a shot. I would give it a shot. It was cool. I mean, that I think you'll be hooked. First issue. I mean, that's I'm all in. I mean, I really liked it. So, and I did get some other variants, but they didn't come in yet. I agree. John Swamp Thing and Suicide Squad were my 2 favorites this week. Yeah, I heard Suicide Squad was good. I want to start reading that. I got so many things, but trying to balance all that. Let's see. He says Swamp Thing 2 might only be second place to the the Origins issue. Yeah, so issue 6. I'm now that it's out, I'm gonna read Origins all the way through as just like a trade. Let's see. Saying Tankers. I have not read. I haven't had the opportunity to get any of the Bad Idea books, just because I've been my shops that I shop from don't get them. So and I know they're like very hot right now. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on them. I might, if I can download them digitally or buy them digitally. I don't think they're available on Comixology at the moment, but if they become, I would love to download them. Just again, for the story, I want to hear how they are. I heard Tankers is good. I heard ENIAC is good. So we'll see. Matt Woods saying everyone is speaking so highly of Geiger, might need to pick it up. Yeah, I do recommend it. It's a very good first issue for sure. All right, last book up that I want to talk about before I kind of, I have some other books here that I want to show, but if you guys don't know, I used to play Magic the Gathering very seriously. I used to play it like religiously, like attempted to play like semi-pro, very high competitive leagues that I would enter. I would travel throughout like the United States to go play at certain areas. I was invited to like an invitational once down in Virginia, all these different things. So I used to like really grind, and that sort of game is a grind if you're playing on a high level. So when I heard that Boom Studios was doing a comic book based around Magic the Gathering, I was very, very excited about it because I love and miss Magic the Gathering. I don't play it much anymore. If I do, it's just with my girlfriend, and we play casually. I do still have a lot of my cards. But it is I was really excited to see that this came out. So I read it last night. I really enjoyed it. I do wonder how someone who doesn't know anything about Magic would feel about this book. I think that the general premise of what's going on is pretty obvious, but there are lots of little details that I could see might overwhelm a reader who doesn't quite know like what a planeswalker is, or what all these different guilds are that they talk about. They mention a lot of different guilds, and all the guilds have like very unique names to them, and locations like Ravnica. And I'm familiar with a lot also because these were like names of booster packs that came out throughout the years, Return to Ravnica, and so on and so forth. So, but the characters, I get a little nostalgia from it too, because we get some really cool planeswalkers in here, some older, some newer. So it's a good mix of kind of I don't want to call it a team, but it's like a good mix of the characters that are coming together, I guess, which is kind of like a team. But it opens up with a few of these planeswalkers who are in their own separate locations, and they are almost assassinated, all by the same type of method. These warriors that come and try to kill them, they battle them off and they survive, and then they all kind of come together to figure out what's going on, who sent these assassins, and what are we going to do about it. So that's kind of where this is. We do get a bit of a cool cameo from one of my favorite planeswalkers, Jace Beleren, who is up on this side here. That's Jace. He is a badass wizard, essentially. We also have Vraska down here. Sorry, right here. She is kind of like Medusa in a way. So she can, like, she has like snake hair and turn people to stone, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely love that. And I did grab a couple of the hidden variants that they did, which I thought was a cool idea. It gave me the vibe of cards, buying cards, because when you buy booster packs of cards, you get, you're taking a chance on, like, you need a certain card that you want to open in the pack or whatever. So you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting this book right here at cover price. I think it's $4.99. $4.99 or $5.99? $4.99. And so this is Liliana of the Veil. Liliana Vest is her name, and she is kind of like the underworld demon kind of planeswalker, and she is a badass, and she raises people up from the dead and so on and so forth. So it's really cool. I did grab 2, so I ended up getting this other one here. This is Sorin, a vampire, essentially a vampire planeswalker. So also another beautiful Virgin variant here. So loving these, absolutely loving these. And then I am a sucker and I can't help myself, so I pulled the trigger and bought this beautiful 1 per store variant of the cover A, and I just I'm a fan. I love Magic, so I'm essentially, I'm all in on this, and I'm really glad that the story was good. So artwork is beautiful too. There's some really beautiful images of like the environment and the different worlds that these planeswalkers come from, that just look stunning. So I definitely recommend that as well. Oh, we got my man Slim in the house. What's up, Slim? Good to see you, my friend. Guys, Slim just joined Instagram because I twisted his arm and I made him. So make sure you check out Slim, obviously on YouTube, but also you find him over on Instagram as well. And Slim, welcome to the Instagram world, my friend. And nice Virgin variant. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Rudy in the house as well. What's up, man? Did you get that? How did you get that cover? So, well, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. This one I just bought from my LCS. The other ones were part of the hidden variants. So they had this little purple board that was blocking them, so you couldn't see what you were buying. So you had to go in blind, and you can see it says hidden planeswalker variant. So yeah, these were just like, it was kind of like opening a booster pack, which I thought was really cool. Matt Wood says cover is fire. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, loving these. Absolutely loving these. Yeah, man, absolutely. Of course. Thomas Jackman in the house. I always want to say Jackson. Thomas Jackman, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Doing well. Just talking about some of the books that came out. I kind of went over my books I was reading. I do want to show off a couple of the cool covers real quick, because Noctera, man, oh man, this Tyler Kirkham variant is just absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Love it, love it. Got to read it tonight. Issue number 2. Loved issue number 1. Definitely one of my top reads of the week. Also, Batman 107. This is the 1 in 25 variant. A lot of first appearances in this. I am catching up slowly. If you guys missed, I did a skit recently, really funny skit. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called How a Comic Book Show is Born, is the title of it. If you guys get a chance, check it out. I basically try to call a bunch of people to find someone that will talk Batman with me. Tynan's Batman, which, by the way, I just realized it was pronounced Tynan, James Tynan. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Me and Victoria, Read Across the Stars, we're starting a new book club. So check that out. Check out the skit if you get a chance. It's very funny. But anyways, just wanted to get this because I'm exploring Batman now, and I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying the artwork and everything. This is I had to go with the Marauders issue number 19. This is the David Finch variant. Also a very beautiful book. I think it's a 1 in 25. David Finch is he's become one of my favorites. I feel like everything he puts out, I feel like I need to have. So it's very, very good stuff. So that was those were some of the top variants that I picked up. And then I do also want to mention here before I wrap up, got another 5 minutes or so. That skit on your YouTube channel was genius. Thanks, man. I do appreciate that. So funny. I saw your comment. You were saying you were just laughing throughout the entire thing. I really appreciate that. Todd saying I'm loving the new Scarecrow. Yeah, it looks dope, man. I'm not quite there yet. I'm reading issue 90 right now, so I'm like just getting into the designer stuff. So that's where I'm at right now with Tynan. But I'm really enjoying it, and that's what Victoria and I are going to read. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's part of the announcement is that we're going to be doing that for book club April 17th. So if you guys are around, if you've read that already, or if you haven't and you plan to and you want to join us and jump in the chat, feel free. We'll be reading issues Batman 86 through 94. So that's what we're doing for that. Me and Victoria. It's called Comic Book Team Up is the name of our book club. So April 17th, which is a Saturday at 4 o'clock. Yeah, absolutely, Travis. Loved the new Scarecrow for sure. Cool variant. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And you didn't call me. I know more about DC than Babel. Yeah, man. So funny, man. I was trying to think of I'm just trying to mix like a lot of different people that I was trying to call. I did have a couple other recordings I didn't get to tomorrow. I had a recording with him. I ended up not using it. Steve from Team Nerd Herd, I ended up not using it, but it was a lot of fun, guys. So make sure you check out that video. Calling about Batman was freaking hilarious. Thanks, Planet Clintar. I appreciate it, man. So last thing, and John was one of them. He didn't even answer. He sent me right to voicemail. So that's how he feels about Batman, and I was accurate about that. So I don't know. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but make sure you catch the end of it, because it goes into the credits and then there's an after credit scene and there's a little extra shout out to somebody, and it's just very funny. So yeah, anyways, last thing I wanted to mention here on this Tag Team Thursday evening is I am doing a giveaway. If you guys missed it, I dropped the video this past, I think, Sunday that it went up. It's because I just reached 500 subscribers not too long ago. So you guys can win this. All you have to do is go to that video, leave a comment in the comment section below, letting me know what is your favorite read of the year so far in 2021. What is the most favorite thing that you're reading right now, whether it's a new book, an older book, a graphic novel, whatever it is. Leave that in the comment section below to get entered. You can do that by this Saturday, by what did I say? I think 6 o'clock is the cutoff date this Saturday, 6 o'clock Eastern. So go do that before Saturday. And you have a chance to win this. I will be doing a live stream on Sunday, probably around 1 o'clock on Sunday Eastern time, to actually give this bad boy away. Maybe noon, maybe a little earlier. But anyways, so yeah, you can win this potentially if you haven't owned this, or if you didn't get this yet. This is the Patrick Gleason ASM 55. There's the certification there. And yeah, it is a beauty. Love this cover so much, and so I wanted to give one away as a big thanks to everybody who supported the channel. A reminder, this is Tag Team Thursday, so it did not start here with me. It started over on Rod the Rican and his comics, just the Rican and his comics. Rod, down in the description below, go follow his channel. You can go find his video there, along with we went then to John, which again, I know John, I say this all the time, or I've said it before, but I really love the new format that you're doing with this news for John's Comics with Kids that you're giving out. I love it. Love all the different segments. Love that you're getting other people involved. It's a lot of fun, very original. So I hope that keeps going for you, man. Keep it up. Big shout out to Tony. Big shout out to Dan, and also Brandon. Brandon, feel better. And thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. I will catch you hopefully Saturday, because I'm going to have Downright Nerdy podcast as well on my channel for another Comic Collector Origins. Really excited about that. So I'm looking forward to it. Until next time, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will talk to you guys later.